Yo, 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 what's up? This is John from Judge Innovation Garage in the Peach. Capital of the state, baby. All right, boys and girls, we're going to spray a little bit of cre-321 epoxy this morning on this front 85 GT Coupe nose. So, first of all, I want to appreciate everybody here. Appreciate you watching the content. Appreciate you giving me the thumbs up. Appreciate sharing. Let's keep it up. I'm greatly appreciated. I know there's guys out there that say, oh, we appreciate it, and they don't mean it, sincerely, but I do. I do. And I just found out that YouTube Studio, I downloaded that app, and it lets me, I've been trying to get caught up with the comments. See, with the regular YouTube app, it don't tell you, and every now and then it'll send you an email, and once the email is sent, it might be weeks, days. I mean, I had some that was years, you know what I mean? And I apologize for that. But the YouTube Studio app is a different app. It's just for creators. So on their channel, where you can see there's comments that's been made, comments that's been replied to, comments that's not been replied to, and it also filters out comments that's bad and negative, or not negative, but goes against community standards, so they blur it out. So luckily I didn't have any like that, so that's great. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to mix up, this is 921, this is black, and this is cre-321, which is gray, and then they have white. But what I'm going to show you, and then here's the hardener. I get the hardener in the quarts instead of the gallon. The reason why I get it in this is because less waste with this. And I get it like so, and then I put the lid on it. Ooh, it's dusty. I got a bunch of them because I use a lot of it. All right, so I'm gonna show you. I see a lot, and YouTube is saturated with a lot of content. It's saturated with a lot of good content, and it's saturated with a lot of bad content. People could say that I've put a lot of bad content out. I do apologize for dumping a lot here in the last little bit. I've been cleaning up my phone, like I said in the other video. I wish I could figure out how to get all my tech videos off of YouTube and put them on the Facebook, because on Facebook, there is hundreds and hundreds of tech videos. And I should have uploaded them to YouTube, but I just didn't. All right, so let's talk about mixing cups, okay? Not two mixing cups are the same, all right? If you take two mixing cups and put them directly beside each other, and if you put, 6 ounces in this one and 6 ounces in that one, they're not the same, because these things are mass productive, okay? So it's the margin of error is just slightly, but if you're mixing clear, okay, I've been guilty of it too. If you mix clear and you end up running out of hardener and still have clear, you didn't mix it right. If you run out of clear and still have hardener, you didn't mix it right. I don't care who you are. I don't care how long you've been doing it. I don't care if you say, man, I get it dead on the number every time. That's great. But dead on the number every time is not the same every time, because these things is produced by the millions. Okay? So the best thing to do is get a scale. Okay? You can get a scale from Harbor Freight. If you do a lot of business through the paint store, you can get one through the paint store, and you can go from there. They're inconsistent. Just like mixing body filler on a table without weighing it, it's inconsistent. We're human. Nobody's perfect. Not even me. Don't even claim to be. All right? So, anyways, I'm going to show you, if you're going to mix these, you mix them. If you get a scale, then what you do is you put this on a scale, right? And then you tare, T-A-R-E, the cup out, right? And then you know you want 6 ounces, right? So if I know I'm going to mix 6 ounces of CRE, then it mixes 2 to 1, right? I'm going to mix it 2 to 1.5, right? So you go to the first, I want 6 ounces. Well, that means I'm going to be roughly at the third 2 right there. And you guys, you can't see that. The third 2, right? I wonder if I could put a piece of tape behind that, you can see it. Let me see. I believe if I put a piece of tape behind that, you'll be able to see it. Let's see. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yep. Look at there. Look at there. All right. So if I want 6 ounces of sprayable material, so I'd go over to the 6, and then I roll it right over here to 2, 2, 2, or 2 to 1. So to get 6 ounces, I'm going to go to the 2, right? So the first 2 is right there in the first line, which is the first 2, right? See that? The first 2, right? 2. That's my CRE. That's the epoxy, all right? The second 2 is my hardener, which is the 1, right? That's my second line. If I'm going to reduce it by half, that's the third line, which will be that 2. And then that will be 2, 2, and 2, which will make it 2 to 1.5. And that will give me 6 ounces sprayable. Okay? See how that worked? All right. If you want to reduce it by a whole part, you do the exact same thing. Let me see where. You go to the first 2, the second 2. Don't even worry about the third 2. Okay? Don't even worry about that one. Go to the fourth 2, which is a whole part. And that will end up giving you roughly 10 ounces sprayable. Okay. So that's how that works. All right. So that's how that works. So basically you take and pour your material up. So you pour your to the first 2, right? You put this on the table, and then you pour it up to the second. I'm just using water, and that's how you do that. Now, I've already mixed the CRE. Here's another thing. If you're using cups and liners, they got all different kinds of liners. These are these ain't even 3M. These are Artworks. That's ARWORX. Part number is 161.890. This paint system cups. I know Harbor Freight has them. I done a review on those. I don't know if it's on YouTube or Facebook. I can't remember. They're about the same, but the thickness of the liner is what's different. Okay. All right. So the next thing is when you're spraying high build, okay, you don't need to strain it because you're gonna block it out anyway. So you don't need to strain it. And also something else you don't need these liners. You don't need these filters. All right. Most of them, I know the 3M has a little tab on there where you can jerk them and pull it off. I just take a razor blade or an X-Acto knife and I cut this screen out. You don't need this screen. Okay. Also, the different colors in the lids. Blue lids is for waterborne. Clear is for solvent. So if you have blue lids, that is for waterborne paint, and the micros are different. All right. So that's about it on that, on mixing this. I am going to, it's at the 9-minute mark. So I'm going to kill this out, and then I'm going to do a part 2. Oh, one other thing. When I mix my stuff, since I'm not going to strain it, this is an old primer cup. So what I do is not the waste cups, is I take the liner and I drop the liner in there, right? So you can see it, right? And then I pour the material straight into the liner, so I don't waste the cup, right? These cups are like $2 and some change. I try to keep as many as I can. So then I pour my material, right? I pour my hardener. I put a little bit of reducer in there, And then I pull this out and I stick it into the cup. Make sure the cup is solid. And then when you put your lid on there, listen, listen, listen. Be quiet, listen. You hear that snap? And then spin it, okay? And then pick it up and then look and make sure that that thing is seated all the way around. Don't let it fold, because if it folds, see, that thing is solid. If you push it down, let me see if I can get it to do it. If I want it to do it, it won't do it. Johnny said try real hard. I did it. All right, look. So I think it's in there, but it's not. Look what it did. See, it folded the liner up. When you do that, if you don't hear this thing snap, listen, listen. You hear it snap like 3 times, and then spin it, and then pull it up. Just twist and pick up at the same time, and then check it. If it's not seated all the way around like that, when you turn this cup upside down, your material is going to run out, run down on your gun, and run on your panel. If it's primer, it's a waste. If you do it with paint or clear, you got a mess. So that's it. Once I do that, then I put one of those little caps. I put my ring on there, and then I put my cap on there like this. But Jay, you didn't mix it up. I know. Hold on a second. I'm going to show you. So what I do is I go over here to my paint shaker. I put it on my paint shaker, put a little bit of pressure on it. Do not walk away. Do not. Why, Jay? Do not walk away. Do not walk away. Catastrophic failure. Then turn it on. Not going to bore you with it. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Take it off. Rotate it a couple times. Stick it back on there and shake it. And it's good and shook up, and go from there. All right. I'm going to go in here and spray off. I'm going to go ahead and get the booth ready. And this is the end of part 1. It's 12 minutes. I greatly appreciate you being here. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to spray this nose. But I'll walk in here and I'll show you what the nose looks like. I got it hanging on the rack. I've washed the booth down. What'd you wash the booth down? It's going to be primer. I just like washing the booth down. So here it is. The nose is hanging. All right. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to grab, see these bungees at the bottom? I'm going to grab these bungees at the bottom, and I'm going to hold it at the bottom so it don't sway a little bit. But I'm going to go in here and I'm going to get ready to spray some epoxy. The fans are not on. Johnny is in the house. It is 80 degrees and it's 70% humidity. Yay me. All right, boys and girls, I appreciate you. I hope you stayed with me this long. If you did, give me a subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. It doesn't cost a dime to hit a subscribe button, fellas. And then hit the little bell if you want to stay updated. Remember what I said. Don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else. But God first, let loose and drag. Peace on chicken grease. I'm out.